What's going on, everybody? RJ Ochoa here from Safety Nation's bloggingtheboys.com. We hope all is well wherever you are. We hope you're happy, safe, healthy, and we hope that Jamal Adams is not giving you too many butterflies in the pit of your stomach. Yes, the star safety for the New York Jets. I don't know if you've ever heard about this. Kind of wants to play for the Dallas Cowboys. That at least seems to be the case. We have been through a lot on the Jamal Adams front over the last 10 months, something like that. I mean, it has been wild when you consider everything that has gone into Jamal Adams, the Dallas Cowboys, a potential trade, and where we are now. So let's talk about where we are now. We are in the second half of June, and we know that Jamal Adams wants to be traded from the New York Jets. Why? Why does Jamal Adams want to be traded from the Jets? What's going on there? Here's the thing. Jamal Adams wants to get paid. He is eligible for a contract extension. He doesn't want to play on that rookie deal anymore. He wants to play for some big-time cash. Who can blame him? Now, the New York Jets don't seem to be a team that is willing to give Jamal Adams a big-time contract quite yet. As of now, the New York Jets have 2 more years of team control over Jamal Adams, so they're playing, the contract dance, the cash dance, and you know how business can go in sports, in the NFL, and whatnot. Now, the Dallas Cowboys, we know that the Cowboys will certainly give up a big-time price for a player that they covet. Look at what they did for Amari Cooper. And the Dallas Cowboys could certainly use a safety of Jamal Adams' skills. Now, Jamal Adams is from the DFW area. He has a Dallas Stars tattoo, and people have connected the two for a long time. Jamal Adams has openly flirted with the Cowboys on Twitter before, and this situation, yes, does remind everybody of what happened with Earl Thomas. The difference here is that Jamal Adams is much younger than Earl Thomas was when the Cowboys were interested. And here's what we know. Last October, this was after the New York Jets beat the Cowboys, by the way. Last October, the Cowboys offered a first-round pick and what was first described as an unknown player. Ian Rappaport of NFL Network would go on to report that that was Anthony Brown, who, by the way, the Cowboys re-signed this offseason. The New York Jets apparently wanted either Tyron Smith or Zach Martin in exchange for Jamal Adams. Hey, we can all have dreams. But so obviously that did not happen. And, if you think about it, that first round pick that the Cowboys did not trade for Jamal Adams, that became CeeDee Lamb. And so ultimately the Cowboys netted CeeDee Lamb and Anthony Brown, who they re-signed, instead of Jamal Adams. I think right now 100 out of 100 Cowboys fans would say that they would rather have CeeDee Lamb and that future than Jamal Adams way back in October, because who knows what happens then. Do Jason Garrett's Cowboys rally? I mean, there's a lot of hypotheticals there, but why not trade a first-round pick now for Jamal Adams, right? It has been reported, Michael Irvin told RJ Choppy of 105.3 The Fan back on May 22nd that it would apparently take a first and a third-round pick to get Jamal Adams. For a team, any team to get Jamal Adams, and that price makes sense. That's a fair price, I think, and it's a price that the Cowboys should be willing to pay. Here's something that is of extreme importance. The Dallas Cowboys, because they lost Byron Jones in free agency to the Miami Dolphins, are projected to earn a third-round compensatory pick in 2021. So if we're to bank on that assumption, which is a very fair assumption, the Dallas Cowboys will have 2 third-round picks in 2021. So they're effectively giving up something that they kind of are already going to get back in a third-round pick. So your ultimate sort of net loss for Jamal Adams is a first-round pick. Jamal Adams is totally worth a first-round pick. And look, I know the Cowboys would have to pay him right away, but his cap hit would not really go into effect for a couple of years because of the fact that he is still on that rookie contract. This makes sense for a lot of reasons, and it's something that I think we should all cross our fingers and hope happens, because if the Cowboys had Jamal Adams, that defense suddenly goes from being a little shaky to not elite, but having an elite playmaker in the back end, and that's what the Cowboys have been missing for so long. We've talked about how the Cowboys are seemingly going to be more aggressive on defense in 2020 under Mike Nolan, and there is no player that is more aggressive in the NFL in the secondary than Jamal Adams. So to add him would be fun, and we'll see if it happens, although, for being honest, the likelihood is probably pretty low, but I guarantee you Jamal Adams will like something on Instagram, he'll follow somebody on Twitter, he'll do something. In fact, speaking of those two ideas, one of the more recent people that he followed on Instagram is Dallas Cowboys wide receiver CeeDee Lamb, so make of that what you will. He also followed Johnny Manziel. I went to Texas A&M, so I get it. Johnny football forever. But We'll see what happens on the Jamal Adams front. We'll, of course, keep you updated at bloggingtheboys.com, right here on the official Blogging the Boys YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe to the Blogging the Boys podcast network. You get access to multiple shows, 2 episodes every single day. We're available on all major podcast platforms. You can follow me on Twitter or Instagram at RJ Ochoa. If email is more your speed, you can get me rj.ochoa@sbnation.com, and you can do me one more favor. You're going to have the absolute best day of all time. You know why? Because you deserve it. We'll see you next time.